Hey everybody, welcome back to Do You Make Money Because I Do. My name is Brands, and today we're going to discuss a Twitter thread from the calculator guy. Before we get started, I just have to let you know I'm not a financial advisor. I do not give any financial advice on this channel. So if you want any financial advice, please seek a professional. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and tick the little bell icon to be notified when I drop more videos. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and of course, to help with the YouTube algorithm, I would greatly appreciate a comment in the comment section. So shout out to my brother for bringing this to my attention. He's the one that found this. This Twitter thread got him a little heated because not only because of the, I guess we'll just call it FUD for this video, for the sake of this video, but also some of the comments, the replies from the community. So let's go ahead and talk about it, shall we? So right now we're looking at my email. The reason we're looking at my email is because the tweet actually got deleted, but I did save this, and I did save some of the threads. So we're going to take a look at that. So this is the calculator guy. Never met him. I don't know who he is. I've never seen his Twitter page. He has quite a bit of a following. I want to say like 70 something thousand followers. Nothing against this person. I think it was just a case of not really knowing what he was getting into. So as you can see, he said, try to stay civil, but Drip's community is lying to and preying on unsavvy investors. So gloves off. If you invested $120 in Drip on February 14th and claimed every week, you would be down 55% of your investment. I use the highest daily price for these calculations. So you can see he's already started the thread with saying that he's going to take the gloves off. He's making assumptions that, you know, the community is lying to and preying on unsavvy investors. I don't prey on anybody. I'm not any type of predator. I'm not trying to, fraud, just not trying to be a fraudster. I'm not trying to take anybody's money. I'm not trying to lie to them. So just off the jump, he's already making a broad generalization of the entire Drip community, which of course is not cool, but that's his opinion, so we'll leave it at that. And also, I don't want anybody listening to go into his to his Twitter page or Twitter account and say anything that's going to make us look bad. Try and keep it professional. Try and keep it friendly. Again, the thread doesn't exist. I think he deleted it. But if you go into any of if you go into any of his other tweets, or he does ever mention Drip again, it's best to educate him and other people, because other people are going to see these the comments, the tweets, and even though he is wrong about some things that he had tweeted about, doesn't mean that we can't go in, like he says, in a civil manner and correct him on that. Bring some facts, educate some people. When people see that, it's better for our investment. So, read this over on your own time. If you're not looking at the video, if you're just listening, I've already stated what he said. This was number one on the thread. So this was the very start of the thread. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the second part. So as you can see, this tweet was deleted by the tweet author, but I had already had it up before he deleted it. So the second part of the thread, the continuation, says Drip outperforms the market. Since Drip's all-time high, Drip is down 95%. BTC down 47%. Since Drip's creation, Drip's down 77%, BTC is down 50%. Now, people invested prior to February would be outperforming BTC, but still in unprofitable. Better to hold stables. So we're going to take a look at the chart. This is the Bitcoin chart. He said that, Bitcoin was down 50%, 47% from Drip's all-time high, and 50% since Drip's creation. As you can see, BTC isn't looking so hot. The rest of the market isn't looking so hot. This is coinmarketcap.com. If you come down, and if you're not looking at the screen, I'm scrolling down on CoinMarketCap, and it has all-time high for BTC, $68,789.63. This was November 10th, 2021, which was 10 months ago, and it is down 71.34%. So again, everything is down greatly. He didn't mention since Drip's all-time high, but I'm letting you all know. You could all see it for yourself. I'll scroll back down. Everything is down. Drip is down. BTC is down. Ethereum is down. Cardano is down. XRP is down. Doge is down. But again, BTC is the leader in this market, and if it's down 71%, since it's all-time high, I mean, what do you really expect from everything else? So, again, going back to what he said, BTC is down a lot more than this. I'm not really sure what he was getting at, but, I'm just providing proof from coinmarketcap.com, since the all-time high BTC is down over 70%. Now, he says that it's better to hold stables. So I'm going to speak upon that. In my opinion, this is a flawed argument, because at which point do you switch to stables? We don't have a crystal ball. It's easy to say this in hindsight. And by changing to stablecoins, you inadvertently trigger a tax event, especially if you have not been holding your coins long enough. And this can be the difference between paying long-term capital gains versus short-term capital gains. I know this firsthand. I was in Tesla, and I had to sell it early, under a year, and although I didn't have to pay taxes on it because, for reasons, it was considered short-term capital gains. I've had to pay on, I believe, short-term capital gains, and it hurts. So going into stables isn't always a great thing. There's a lot of people that will just hold through the market, whether it's going down, whether it's going up. They just hold until a certain point, a certain time when they're ready to sell. They may not sell everything, but they basically have a strategy. They have a plan. And in my opinion, and what I like to do is I like to hold things for at least a year in order to get that long-term capital gains tax instead of the short-term. If you are jumping in and out of crypto, you're going to trigger taxable events, especially in the United States. I'm assuming most people who listen to this channel are from the United States. My YouTube stats tell me everybody is from the United States that listens to this channel, well, mostly everybody. So I'm just going to base this on the US tax system. And pardon the background noise if you hear the dog. I don't even know if that's my dog or not. He's still a puppy, but so yeah, it's just, I'm not really sure this is good advice, because again, it just depends on what you want to do with your taxes, if you want to hold long term or not. Again, if you want to pay short term, capital gains tax, that's up to you. I can't tell you what to do. But let's move on before I get to the next point. So he says in the third part of the thread, additionally, it's mathematically impossible for anyone who's invested after January 24th which was 223 days to be in profit. Someone who's been invested since January 24th claiming daily would be down about 20%. So he's saying that if you're invested after January 24th and you claim for 223 days, it's impossible for you to be in profit. And he also says, and they'd currently be making about 0.5% of their initial per week. He provided a chart, so let's take a look at this. And you could see that the buy-in date is January 24th, 2022. The price, I'm assuming of drip, was $120. That's what he has here. The date, 233 days, so that'd be September 4th, 2022. And this is currently the price of drip. He just rounded it to $7. Days invested, 223. And you'd be down 94.17%. So he's listed all the days. And as you can see, your claimable drip continuously goes down. So, I mean, he's right about this. There's nothing really I could say. I mean, he did make some good, I guess, some good points in this thread. Another thing we'll talk about, I'll talk about it later, but he did make some good points. So this is true if you're just claiming, but again, it's not going to be necessarily true for, I'd say, 99% of the drip community. I don't really know anybody that's going to buy into drip and then just immediately claim for the 365 days. Mostly everybody that comes in, they compound, they hydrate daily. They build up their faucet, and when they have their faucet to a certain number, something that they're comfortable with, something, certain goal they may have, then they're going to start claiming. And again, I don't know anybody that's going to just continuously claim every single day. They might do a 6-1, 5-2 type of claim where you compound for 6 days, claim 1 day, compound for 5 days, claim 2 days. I mean, they might do something like that. Everybody's going to have their own strategy. But if you're in drip and you're a part of the community and you get educated, you're not just going to put your money in and then claim every day for a year. So this is just based off of somebody putting their money in and claiming. So yes, of course, you're not going to get your initial back anytime soon. You're not going to be in profit anytime soon, because that's not the way the system was meant to be used. You're meant to hydrate, which is compound, and build up your drip faucet. That's just the way a lot of these platforms work. It's not just get in and get right out. You're meant to either stake, or you're meant to come in and compound for a specific amount of time, whatever you feel comfortable with. And you use, like, for instance, drip. I would consider that like a paycheck or retirement. A lot of people consider it that way. They're basically trying to build up their bag and use it to pay themselves over a long period of time. The longer you compound, the more you're going to have in your faucet, the more you're going to be able to claim, the more money you're going to be able to claim daily. The amount is going to increase. And that makes it so that you don't have to claim every day. You're not claiming little amounts every day. You're able to build up your faucet to the point where you have enough drip. So if you claim 1 day out of the week, I mean, that might be a paycheck for some people. You just have to be able to understand the system, and you got to play the game the way the game is meant to be played. He doesn't really understand that. He just did this get in and continuously claim, and it just doesn't work like that. He is right, according to this, but he isn't right about how the system works. So moving on, part 4 of the thread, he says that means it would still be another 40 weeks at this price before they'd break even. That's assuming the sell pressure caused by investors like them stays equal to or less than the buy pressure from new investors. Future sell pressure increases with new investors. So part 5 of the thread. Influencers are lying to unsavvy investors claiming to be in profit since all-time highs. They're also arrogantly insulting anyone who tries to disagree or question the math. These tactics of insult and dismiss should be a red flag for any investor. Influencers are lying to unsavvy investors claiming to be in profit since all-time high. This is false. There's investors that have been in drip for a long time that have become millionaires. They are definitely in profit. There's a lot of people definitely in profit. Again, he just took a time period where it was convenient to make drip look bad. But then if you think about it, if I took a slice where Bitcoin was at all-time high to now, everybody is not in profit with all these cryptos. You can't just go, hey, everybody that got in at the highs, it's a Ponzi scheme, because nobody's in profit. You can't just take a slice and be like, this is the snapshot I want to take, so this represents, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's drip, whether it's Ethereum. It doesn't work like that. Because then what about all the years of Bitcoin prior to when I took the snapshot? If I just go from the all-time highs to present, yeah, it's going to look bad. It looks bad for everybody. Nobody's really in profit. But what about all the people that got in prior to all-time highs? People that were buying in when Bitcoin was $1, when it was $10, when it was $100, $1,000. They're all in profit. Most likely, they're all in profit. There's a lot of people in profit. Same goes for drip. It's not like drip started off at $120 or $150 and that's when everybody got in, and now we're at $7 and something cents and everybody is, not in profit. I mean, it doesn't work like that. There are plenty of people that are in profit. There's plenty of YouTubers. You could go to their channel and see that they're in profit. Some of them have claims, some of them have not. I mean, it's their strategy, but a lot of them have made a lot of money. Bottom line. And influencers are lying to unsavvy investors, maybe. I don't know. There are YouTubers that do lie. But the claiming to be in profit since all-time high, I mean, if the influencers aren't providing proof, then again, that's not you doing your own research. They're also arrogantly insulting anyone who tries to disagree or question the math. Again, I agree with them because this is common with all types of crypto, with all types of investments. This is common with comic books, movies, sports teams, anything. When you have somebody that's so passionate about something, there's nothing you could really tell them. If people believe the sky is purple and you show them the sky is blue and they don't want to look up to verify that, what can you tell them? They're just going to keep going on believing the sky is purple. And when you do go into these telegrams, or you go into Discord or these Reddit threads, yeah, people are going to insult you when you try and, present your side of the argument. And if you disagree or question, or if they disagree or question the math, I mean, there's not much you can do if you're bringing facts. But the stuff that he's bringing is not truly representative of what drip is. And that's why I believe he deleted this thread, because either A, he was getting a lot of pushback from the community, or B, he realized that he made a mistake. So again, he isn't wrong about this. I've seen it. He is wrong about people, claiming to be in profit since all-time highs. Now, he could be saying that people that got in at all-time highs are claiming to be in profit. That could be true. But again, I don't know everybody's strategy. If you got in at all-time highs, they could have dollar cost averaged, and at some point they could have broke even, or they could be in profit. I don't know. I don't have their accounts. I don't know the entire drip community. There's like 130,000 of us. But again, he could be right if he's saying that people claiming to be in profit since all-time highs, but I'm also reading this as influencers are lying to unsavvy investors claiming to be in profit since all-time highs because they could have been invested long before all-time highs. Moving on to the sixth part of the thread, and here we go. Drip is a Ponzi. Drip relies on new investors burning their initial, providing exit liquidity and buy pressure for older investors. There's no meaningful external revenue model. Sell pressure compounds over time, making it increasingly unprofitable for new investors. Drip is a Ponzi. Again, he mentioned there's no meaningful external revenue model, which he is not wrong about, in my opinion. Drip currently has no other real world utility yet. But let's see what's coming, shall we, within the next few months. So buckle in, because I'm about to do a lot of talking. A heavy marketing campaign designed to bring in new investors, old investors, fresh capital, and huge awareness. That's what's coming. Animal Farm goes live on October 18th. Animal Farm will have the pig pen, piggy bank, farms, which, let's not forget, will use drip. The drip BUSD farm is by far one of the more popular and sought after farms to stake drip in. And guess what? Since a lot of people are not invested in the garden or even know about the garden, the only other place to acquire drip, as far as I know, is to buy drip. This increases buy pressure because people who, like I said, aren't in the garden are not magically making drip. They have to go and buy it. Now, we have pools. And lastly, on Animal Farm, we have the drip garden. One of my favorites. Guess what you need to get into the garden? Drip. 2 to 3 weeks later, the Dogs of Fortune, which is a working title, will launch. And then you also have Dogs Roulette. Now, here's where it's getting interesting for drip. For one, the Dogs of Fortune game will have a way where you can purchase power-up items for the game using drip. Now think about this. Have you ever heard of games like Genshin Impact, Candy Crush, Clash of Clans, or Fortnite? All of those games, plus countless others, have in-game purchases, and they generate billions, with a B, billions of dollars. What do you think will happen when Dogs of Fortune becomes the top game on Binance Chain and everybody is trying to purchase in-game items via drip? What do you think will happen to the price? Now, I'm just going to leave it at that. I'll let me know in the comment section what you think is going to happen, because I know what's going to happen. Most of us know what's going to happen. So for him to say that There is no other meaningful external revenue model right now. He isn't wrong, but very, very soon we are getting a lot of utility and a lot of things that is going to make drip very attractive, and it's going to make the price increase. I don't see how it wouldn't, with all this utility, with everything that's coming out, with all the ways we're going to be able to use drip, with all the buying pressure, because people are going to need to buy drip to do certain things within the ecosystem. That's just the way it's going to work. So now, after all that, Animal Farm, all the games, we're going to be getting the new drip UI launching, and this will most definitely bring in new investors and more whales. When you have a professional looking platform, it gives people confidence in your product. That is just psychology. It's going to bring in a lot more money. People are going to trust the platform a lot more. I think it was a brilliant move for them to update the UI and make it Charles Schwabish, because a lot of serious investors will resonate with that. And when I mean serious investors, I mean people with real money. So we'll see. Again, going back to no meaningful external revenue model, this all plays into everything, making drip far more attractive, making drip a way for a lot of us to make a lot of money, because we're going to have a lot more external revenue models working within the ecosystem. And then after that, after the drip UI, we're going to have Scratchy, which will be massive for drip, and the Animal Farm. Now, I'm not going to go into Scratchy. I mean, all of you who are listening, I'm pretty sure you know what Scratchy is. If not, they're like Scratch Lotto tickets, but they also perform as NFTs. If you want to learn more about Scratchies, I'm sure I have a video talking about it. So lastly, we'll have the new contracts that will support Drip Faucet and the Reservoir, adding gamification to the platform. Again, no meaningful external revenue models. That sounds like a lot of external revenue models to me in a cohesive ecosystem. So you have drip, you have pigs, you have dogs, not to mention all the other tokens, partner tokens, all the pools, all the farms, a pig pen. You're going to have the drip garden, all the games, Scratchies, all the updates, new UI, plus the gamification for drip. I really don't know what more you need. And I'm not picking on this guy. Again, he didn't know really what drip was all about, Animal Farm was all about. I can't blame him. He can't know everything. But this video isn't really targeting him because he did delete the thread. I just want to make it clear this video is about educating people, because there's going to be other people that are going to say the same exact thing that he's saying. And you could just point him to this video, because people, they tend to repeat the same things, whether it's with drip, whether it's with Bitcoin, whether it's with Ethereum, whether it's with Doge, Cardano, XRP, all these cryptos, all these coins, tokens, whether it's with Tesla, Microsoft stock, Apple stock, gold, silver, comic books, whether it's with baseball or football cards. They all tend to say the same thing, especially when it comes to investing. So this again isn't specifically targeting the calculator guy, trying to make him look bad, trying to paint him as a villain. This is just the things that he said. I'm just trying to, educate him and other people who are going to look at this video, because they're going to have the same concerns. They're going to be saying the same thing, or they may hear the same things from other people, other influencers, or other people on Twitter or Reddit, or in other forums or other social media groups. So I just want to clarify everything. I want to straighten these things out. I want to make sure that everybody's on the same page. I'm not the most influential person. I'm not the most educated on drip, but again, these are my opinions. This is just from my little bit of research. This is from what I know. And what I know is there is a lot of external revenue coming soon. So, how does this sound like a Ponzi with no meaningful revenue model? It doesn't. Ponzi, you want Ponzi's, go to all these other DeFi platforms or other crypto platforms that have either fallen off the wayside long ago or are about to fall apart. They have no real ecosystem. They have no roadmap. They have no anything going on. They have no external revenue models. That's not the case with the Animal Farm and Drip and Breep. Everything that's going to be coming out, everything that's going to be working cohesively together. So, moving on. Again, he says Drip relies on new investors, burning the initial blah, blah, blah. This is what always gets me. When I say relies on new investors, everything relies on new investors, basically. And he says it right here, but all investments are Ponzi's. No, there are plenty of investments not requiring additional buy pressure to be profitable. Yield dilution is a clear example of this. Real organic yield comes mostly from fee revenue and is diluted by new investors, not dependent on them. I don't know anything about this, so I cannot say anything about this. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know what he's talking about. This may be a small sample size in a larger pool of how investments work. But most likely, not just investments, most likely all these businesses, investments, everything that, involves money, from banks to McDonald's, they all rely on new investors, new customers, new money coming in, as well as the old money either reinvesting or bringing in, which is still going to be new money, fresh capital. McDonald's, they always need new customers, and they need recurring customers, people that just keep coming back. And that's just the way business works. So it's no different with Drip. You're going to need new investors. That's always the goal. And the whole new investors pay the old investors. I mean, that's true, but it's the same with stocks. It's the same with Forex trading. It's the same with all these businesses. Do you think that, for example, when I had Tesla stock and I sold it, do you think that money just magically appeared in my account? You think it was some kind of sorcery? Because for every buyer, there has to be a seller, and for every seller, there has to be a buyer. Now, in the example of McDonald's, you're saying, okay, they're offering a product. So of course they're going to have customers willing to pay for those products. Well, guess what? Drip is going to be offering products. Animal Farm is going to be offering products. People are going to be willing to pay for those things. So I guess that just takes it out of the Ponzi category, doesn't it? moving on, let's take a look at this calculator. So this was, again, he had shown how somebody wasn't in profit when they were at all-time highs and went 233 days. I'm showing you the current price of drip when I started, and as you can see, after 233 days I am well into profits. I believe I invested, I want to say 1100. If we do the full 365, you'll see I've more than doubled my money. This is if the price stays consistent. Again, this is a snapshot. I'm picking and choosing. He was picking and choosing. Right now, I'm making drip look good. He was making drip look bad. We could say whatever we want. We could just say, from any point in time, oh, well, I can make drip look bad, or, oh, I can make drip look good. I just have to pick a specific point in time and show you some data relating to it. He did the same. He picked a time where everything is bad. He didn't mention any of the other coins or other platforms or anything like that. He just specifically singled out drip and said it was bad because people bought it all-time highs and now they're not in profit. Yeah, that's not rocket science. Everybody says water is wet. I mean, what do you expect? People who bought in at all-time highs with all of these altcoins are not in profit. So I'm just showing you, where I'm at, where I could be. And again, this isn't accounting for no hydration days. This is all claiming if the price stays at this level, which we all know it's not. I just presented a whole bunch of utility, a whole bunch of things that are coming down the pipeline that are going to make the price increase. Most likely the chances of it increasing are great, because when you introduce products and utility and updates like any other business, it makes the products and the business far more attractive to customers and to investors. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that. So now this whole thread, the last part was, let's see, number 8 of the thread. I want you to win. My goal is education, not FUD. But protocols that use moonboy language, insult and dismiss dissenting voices, and prey on unsavvy investors need to be called out by those who've been in the space long enough to recognize them for what they are. This is true. He's not wrong about this. Me and my brother were talking about this earlier today. We're, like I said, in my previous videos, we've been in crypto since 2017. We've seen all this. We've been in the Reddit threads or the Reddit forums. We've been in the Telegrams and the Discords, and they are echo chambers for moonboy language. And anybody coming in raising a red flag or having any concern are immediately, sometimes they're insulted, but they're usually dismissed. They're usually banned. You could have somebody coming in to say a Telegram for a certain crypto or a certain platform, and they could be like, yeah, I know the creator of this platform. He's my cousin, and he told me behind the scenes that he's going to rug pull on this date, and he's rug pulled from 5 other of his projects, and here's some proof. You go check it out. And people in the Telegram are going to be like, nope, FUD, ban them. and be like, oh, well, here's a picture of me and my cousin, the creator of the platform. This is me and this is him. You could obviously see it's him. He's wearing a t-shirt that's saying I'm the biggest scammer in the world. He's holding up his ID with his name, his social security number, his social security card. You can see it's him. And in the background, he has a PowerPoint slide about exit scamming, and it has the date. And everybody in Telegram is going to be like, nope, that's FUD. And they're going to ban the guy. It's not to that extreme, but I've been in crypto projects. Like I said, I was in one project where I was behind the scenes talking to one of the creators, and he told me some things, and I was just like, wow, I need to get out of this project. And there was no point in going into the Telegram and trying to warn people, because they would not believe me and I would have been banned. So I've seen it time and time again. My brother's seen it time and time again. And we were talking about how a lot of people reacted in the community, attacking this person, saying certain things. One of the things we had seen, or you can see somebody using some not so nice language. I mean, I wouldn't say it's bad language, but I don't want to repeat it. If you want to look at the screen right now, this is not how we attract other investors. You can be a little, smart ass if you want, but provide some education, provide some facts, provide some knowledge, because when other people come and see this, which they're not because it's deleted, but I'm talking about in other instances, when they come and see this, they're going to see how our community is. And it could be either a community of clowns or it could be a community of educators. We could be a community with, open arms, welcoming all types of people, whether you have concerns or not. Let them come in and we can educate them to alleviate those concerns. If not, we're just going to look like we're not going to be any different than any other community, any other scam token that is just kicking everybody out of the Telegram or the Discord because they have concerns. It's better to educate people and correct their mistakes than just to dismiss them, because that's going to make us look bad. And that's the whole point of this video. It's not to attack the calculator guy. It's to provide some type of education, point out where he may be wrong. I could be wrong. Again, I am not the creator of Drip and Animal Farm. I don't know what's going to happen. It could all fall apart tomorrow. I'm not here to cheerlead Animal Farm and Drip. It is not my only investment. I always say never get married to a platform or, a crypto. Never get married to your investment. Because if it all falls apart, you're stuck with that investment. I have mine spread out. When Drip and Animal Farm make me money, I'm going to take some of that profit and put it into other investments. That is a savvy investor. That's what savvy investors do. Again, not financial advice. You have to come up with your own strategy, your own plan, and figure out what you want to do. Ooh, this is a long one. 43 minutes. I tried not to ramble. It's just again, an educational video. I'm sure most people aren't going to make it to the end. If you made it to the end, put in the comment section, your brother was right. If you make it to the end, just type in the comment section, your brother was right. And what I mean by that is he was right to bring this to my attention, and he was right saying that I should make a video about this, because hopefully enough people will see this and they'll be like, okay, the person, Brands, who is speaking in this YouTube video is, he does make some good points. Some things I don't agree with, some things I do, but maybe it will stimulate them to go and do a little bit more research into Animal Farm and Drip. That's all I could do. That's all I could ask for. Educate yourselves, make good investment choices, and hopefully we could all make money together. Now my voice is giving out, getting a little crackly, and throat is a little parched. So I'm going to end this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like. Comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this video. Share this video with other people who may have concerns or doubts. Again, let's educate people. Subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, tick the little bell icon to be notified when I drop more videos. And I will talk to you all later. Take care.